How can you know more pleasure? How can you know more pleasure? That's what I want to talk to you about this morning. And I believe everybody wants to actually know more pleasure. But how can we do that? And I term it something called opposite learning. And I'll tell you honestly how I got this from yesterday. I was thinking about something. We had a great celebration. Thank you all for coming to the celebration. And I was just thinking about my parents, my mom and my dad, who both transitioned, and also my dear friend, my brother, Chris, who transitioned as well, and how they have become really great inspirations for me in life, even to push me further to accomplish and really to do some things that I probably wouldn't have, or I wouldn't have moved so quickly or been so determined to get some things ahead if I didn't have the inspiration from their life and then also their passing as well too. So how do you have more pleasure? Opposite learning. Would you even understand pleasure if you didn't have pain? Think about that. I want you to really think about that. Would you even know what pleasure is if you didn't experience any pain? We could give another example. Would you know what light is without darkness? So if all we experienced was pleasure all the time, it would be no difference. You would just become, I think, even numb to it in a sense, because, okay, we're just having pleasure. But once you've experienced pain, then you can appreciate and you can know pleasure even that much more. The same thing with light. If you're always in light, then it's just normal. But if you had points or periods where you were in complete darkness, like how we have nighttime, then we can appreciate and we would know even really more about what light is. And this is something that is not, I call it opposite learning, because we have to know the opposite of something so that it helps us to understand that much more of the thing that we actually want to know. And it goes beyond just, these games, like say pain, pleasure. We could say light and darkness. I would say even sin. And understanding that we are sinful beings is necessary for us to even understand salvation. To know that, and this is what the law came about, even in the Bible, it says it was actually to teach us and to show us and to let us be aware of the sinful nature that we have and how we can't even do the law as we think that we're supposed to do the law, and we all fail at doing the law. So by knowing sin, it allows us to understand the need or the necessity for us to have salvation. And I gave the example even with yesterday, I said with death. And the reason why these people have really inspired me, because I understand, I've seen death. So now it makes me appreciate and understand life so much more. So we have to know the opposite of something in order to really understand fully, I think, the thing we really want to embrace. So the death of someone close to us has helped, or someone, I'll talk personally for myself, the death of people close to me has helped me to appreciate life. And this is why I say I'm here to help people to live after a death, because of the death of these dear individuals to me, it's caused me to want to start a business to help many other people, and then even to go forward into ministry and so forth. But it was all because of understanding death that I had to learn death to see life. So understanding of sin was necessary for us to understand salvation. And then on the other side, even the wages of sin, it says, is death. But then the gift of God is what? Eternal life. So we have to go through some things in order to go to some things. This is something else that kind of ties with it as well. We have to go through periods of learning about some opposite things, and I've been through things like that. I'm sure you have as well too, just so that we can learn and value what we really want to appreciate in life. So hopefully this has, maybe caused you to change a little bit of perspective of, yes, we go through these things. It's not the best or ideal opportunities, but these things are the exact things that we need for us to appreciate the light that we have in life, salvation that we have that's offered through Jesus Christ, life that we have that's also offered through Jesus Christ, but even the present physical life that we have here. But in order for us to really know life, we have to have seen death at some point. And I always think back to like the superhero shows that we see on TV and things like that, where we see those people that were, they just were immortal and they lived forever. And you see how miserable they become after a while because they just were living. There was no end. But because actually, I'd say it's a gift that God has given us that we have an end to this point here, that we have an end to this life that allows us to appreciate this life. But then also, it's not the end of us because we have eternal life with Christ. So what the end on this planet, yes, it helps to appreciate the time we're here, but then we as believers know that it's not the end once we've accepted Christ. So I pray that you've accepted Christ and you have a relationship with him, and hopefully these videos are encouraging you and just letting you know that there is hope for the believer. So thank you for watching our 10 minutes at 10. Again, it's opposite learning. Use the opportunities that we go through to help us to go to something even better. With that, you get better at what you keep doing, so practice doing some good things.